So by default, the top here is going to filter your kind of sort your positions by none. So each leg is individual. But I highly suggest either you can do custom and you can name and kind of group symbols how you please. So maybe you wanted to go here. You see your trade under TSM. We just tapped on the symbol to expand. There's also a little arrow here to expand all your positions. So if I were to tap on that arrow at the top, expands everything. So shrinks it all too. This guy right here. Tap on that, expand, shrink. But if you wanted to custom sort or do anything to this position, you would tap on both the legs. And then what's really nice is that we have this group positions button here at the bottom. So we tapped on both the legs that we want to group or all the legs that we want to group together. And then we can tap on group positions. And by default, it's going to say, oh, yeah, hey, this looks like a vertical for demo, maybe. We can type in vertical for demo, go group positions. And now, and if it wants to load for us, thank you, my friend. We're going to see that new sort there that we have vertical with demo. So especially if you're trading a lot of strikes on the same symbol, it can get a little mixed up. So custom sort is really nice, but also if you don't want to have to do that for each one of your symbols, the next best I would say is going to custom or the top filters here at the top and going to order chains. And now you're going to have all your positions grouped by order chains instead. And it's just going to automatically set the strategy name. So in this case, we got a vertical call spread. So it is labeled vertical. This will do the same for all your other trades and also mark and keep track of any previous rolls you've made. Cool. So that was opening up our options trade. If we wanted to place a closing order on this options trade, all you're going to need to do is, just like our stock order that we did earlier, tap on both of the legs for that position, or you could tap on the header too, that like little vertical title. You could tap on that right here or tap on each of those legs individually. And then you're going to have our quick action menu again that we had on the stock trade where we can close our position. We can also now have the options to roll our position, place a bracket order, close at profit percent, and then also check out a new trade, maybe details or order chains as well. In this case, for a call spread, maybe we want to say, hey, I want to place a closing order when my position reaches 50% max profit or higher. I want to close out my position when that happens. How could you set that up? Well, so we've tapped on our position. We could also then go to close at percent profit. So this button right there, if we tap on it and we have 50% there by default, which is perfect. What we want to do, we could type in a new number if we wanted to. So we could do like 55% if we really want to. And then we can go set up closing order. And now based on where our opening trade was or our opening order price, it's going to set up our limit price here at 3.34, which is to close this trade at a 55% max profit. So it's super simple, just as that. Again, we could click on this arrow in the top right, expand that, and get a breakdown of, hey, what would my profit be? It'd be a profit of 203 at that point if we were to close it at this price. And then we can also see some other figures here, like the delta, theta on the position, all the stuff that we just covered placing our opening trade. But we can go review and send, check out the order and go, okay, cool. We want to set this up. It's not going to fill right away because we just opened up the position. But it's going to continue to work until we hopefully hit that profit potential point, get filled and close the position. Now, just to show you guys, if we go back to our positions tab, similar to our open positions, we're also going to see any working orders on a specific symbol. So we had that vertical spread open in TSM, and then now we also have our closing order working on TSM. If you wanted to edit this order or cancel it, all you got to do is tap on view working order. And it's going to take you to this menu here. Also, I believe if I go to working here, yeah, it should pop that up. Okay, it's going to take you to view working order in this window here. And then once you're in view working order, you're going to see all your previous working filled canceled orders. And you can then tap on this guy right here. So just tap on the order. And now we have little buttons here to adjust. You can either cancel the order, so you don't want the order anymore. You can also replace the order. Maybe you want to set it at a 60% take profit point. We could instead tap on replace. And now we are back in our order ticket to close. And this is going to replace our previous one, but maybe we want to say, hey, actually close it when it trades up a few more cents. I want to take a few more dollars of profit. You would tap that up in the price section here in the limit price. We tapped it up to 340, and then we can go review and replace and ship that off. And now we canceled our previous order at 3.34, and we are working our new order at 340. And then even in the table here, we can see our working order there for each of those legs. So that's how you can open an options position and close and adjust orders. I remember someone was saying, how can you roll a position? It's very similar to what we were just doing. Instead, let's go back and check out this working order. I'm going to go here, tap on this and actually cancel it. So tapped on the working order and then tapped the cancel button. So now we've canceled our order. And also, if you want to see that previous order, maybe you're like, hey, I cancel it now, but I want to place it later. You can see that canceled order right here. And if we wanted to place it again, we could later go back and tap similar and then place that closing order again. So that's just saving some time if you had previous orders you want to redo later on. So we've canceled that working order. Let's go back to our open position in the positions tab to place a rolling trade. So we're in our positions tab. We can see our vertical thread. Maybe we want to roll it out to a different expiration. How would you do that? Similar to closing a position, you're going to go here, tap on all the positions you want to roll, or tap on the strategy header here. And then you're going to see the quick action menu here, the option to roll or quick roll. So when you tap on quick roll, you'll be taken again to the order ticket. And now you're going to get a rolling order breakdown. And this is a little more filled because here we have our buy to close, sell to close orders. So we're closing our current position that's open right here. And then at the same time, we're placing an opening order on these same strikes, but at the March 15th expiration. Depending on the expirations you want to trade, by default, it's just going to take you to the next monthly expiration. But if you wanted to adjust the expiration you're rolling to, super, super easy. All you got to do is go here in this expiration. And if you want to increase, it's the forward clock or backwards clock to decrease. So maybe we want to go a little bit farther out to the April or the May expiration. So you can see the updates to 5/17. And then also down here, we have the May. Or we can go back to the March. So it's how you can change around the expirations you're rolling to. And then also, we have all those features in terms of editing the order price, where the market is for this rolling trade, mid price 22 cents, a little more likely to get filled the closer we get to 30 cents. And once we're ready, we can review and send, ship it off. So now we are working that order to roll. And we can see that working order here. So just to show you really quick, imagine it's like you place that roll and you're like, oh, well, I wanted to get filled right away. Like, how can I go back? Again, replacing this order, changing the price. If we go here, tap on replace, and we're like, I'm not getting filled, but I need to close out of this right now. We placed it at the mid, so and it's relatively a little wide for this trade here. But if we were to increase it to maybe rolling for 25-cent debit or something along those lines, maybe 26, we could ship that off at 26, submit, and now we are working and filled on our rolling trade. And then when we go back to our positions tab here at the bottom, you can see now that we have the same strikes, but rolled to the March 15th expiration. And what's really nice too is that, like, for those of you that place a lot of rolls or do a lot of rolling trades, once you've rolled your position or have had previous rolls that you want to check out, tap on the trade that you just had or just rolled or have a working order on. So in this case, we're tapping on the vertical spread here, and then go to order chains at the bottom. So we wanted to see what just happened in our rolling trade. We can go to order chains, tapping on that button at the bottom. Now, in this window, we're going to see exactly what just happened. Kind of a previous breakdown of this rolling trade, and especially to, imagine some positions. I think I saw the other day one with 540 rolls on a single collection of positions, which was pretty long time. But you can imagine it can get cluttered. In this case, we just had one roll, so it's relatively pretty easy to see it. But this window just makes it a lot easier to see. Okay, yeah, we bought to open our spread at $1.31. We rolled it for 26 cents. And right now our average trade price, or that 131 plus 0.26 is getting us that average trade price of $1.57. And the current mark where this position is trading at is $1.53. So based on our roll and where it's traded since we opened the position, we're at about a $4 loss. But as maybe you're rolling a bunch of covered calls or different triangles, whatever positions, it makes it a lot easier to see what your profit or loss is, including those rolls. Show rolling in same expiration but changing the strike prices. Yep, gotcha. So let's also, now that we rolled expirations, let's go into rolling different strike prices. So if you wanted to roll to a different strike price instead, what you could do is, so in this case, maybe we want to roll our 115 to 120 or something like that. What you can do is either you can, again, it's like maybe if you want to roll both legs, then in reality, it's like you could just close the position, reopen a new one. But if you're just rolling a single leg here too, just make sure to tap individually on the one leg that you want to roll. So I was tapping on kind of this area right here with my finger for this short call that I want to change strikes for. And then it's going to open up the quick action menu like earlier. We can go to quick roll right there. Tap on quick roll. And now it's defaulting to going to that April 19th expiration. But if we go back to, we kind of click that expiration gear that was shown a little bit earlier. If we go back to the expiration that our current position is at, then we can go ahead and see that, we want to sell the 120. So by default, it's already doing what we're doing. But, you can drag, move it around, say, oh, I want to roll this out to the 130 strike or 120 strike, or maybe, invert this or something along those lines. So you need to kick the expiration back in the settings once you click the quick roll option. And then here, that's where you can kind of go ahead and adjust the strike. So in this case, we're rolling that from 115 to the 120 strike. Again, the market for doing so is trading between 90 cents and 97. So maybe we'll tick it up to like 95 and just to get a fill right away. And then, we see the breakdown too of our rolling trade of like, hey, we're buying to close this 115 call and we're selling to open this 120 call for this March 15th strike. So we're replacing it with the 120 strike. Go to review and send, ship it off. And now we got filled right away, which is fantastic. So we probably could have even placed it at a little bit of a lower price and inched it up. But then once you've done that, you can go into your positions tab here and bada bing, your short call has been rolled to the 120 strike. So hope that answers your question on rolling options trades and editing those orders on the mobile app.